Hi there BookTube, and this is Emma from Emma's Bookish Lifestyle, and today I'm going to do a review on Call of the Undertow by Linda Cracknell. Now this is a book by Freight Publishing, which is a new publishing house to me. I've never read anything from them previously, and it was part of my Moth box subscription box that I got this month from Mercy's Bookish Musings. Now I have to say straight off, this is an amazing book. If you were hoping to get the subscription box but you were unable to do so this time round, I highly recommend you go and get this book to enjoy it. It is completely and utterly beautiful. The writing is just so engrossing, I couldn't put it down. Every time I had a spare second, I was picking it up, I was reading. It caused me at points to just pause and absorb the writing and the atmosphere. It's based around a lady called Maggie. She's a cartographer and she's relocated from her traditional home of Oxford to Scotland. And the reason behind this is due to a life-altering event, which has meant that she is almost trying to escape or kickstart her life. I've got that yellow-green dot again, apologies. She's absolutely and utterly written with all heart and all heart-wrenching humanity that it can possibly be. She's, as part of a cartographer and their role, they used to, back in the day, before obviously all the computer technology, used to involve a lot of physical walking to see where items were that were going to be drawn onto a map, and the more traditional skills around it. So she's got a great appreciation for her surroundings. And one of the things I really loved about this book was it literally completely immersed me in what I thought a time period in a Scottish small local village in a rented cottage would be like. You know, you've got everything. You've got the isolation from the locals, you've got the endeavouring, trying to make friends. You've also got, on the other side of it, the beautiful, beautiful landscapes, the ability to be able to go and walk and absorb and relax, the quiet, tranquil nature of the place, the descriptions of the various different birds and wildlife and fauna, and, you know, areas of dunes and old historical landmarks just completely and utterly draw you in. This is a fast-paced read, or it felt a fast-paced read to me. There was never a dull moment. The writing just completely drew you in and completely absorbed you, and at no time did you ever kind of not appreciate that style of writing. Or at times in some books I've kind of thought, oh, come on with the waffle, let's get to the end. There was none of that. There was none of the waffle. All the descriptions, all the atmosphere that is written in this book needed to be there for the intricacies of the characters and their stories. So the other character in this book predominantly is a young boy called Trothan, and they meet in the school when she's invited to go and do a presentation on cartography. And he's a bit unusual, and he stands out to her from the crowd, mainly because of his mop of unruly hair, and one of his eyes kind of catches hers poking through the hair, and his intense interest in cartography and mapping out the local area builds a bond between them, a relationship between them. There's no underlying sort of threatening atmosphere here. This is just purely from a level of respect. He respects what she does and he wants to do something similar. So he begins to spend quite a lot of time with her. he doesn't seem to have a very close relationship with his own parents. So the time that he gets with her and the treats that she gives him, fresh made bread when he comes round and fresh cakes, seems to unite their bond, and then they go on walking adventures. So this book basically is all I can tell you about it at this time. I cannot rave about it enough. It's fantastic. I don't want to spoil the ending. The ending is heart-wrenching, but also at the same time a conclusion to enable Maggie to move on. And I just completely and utterly cannot recommend this book enough. So if you've been fortunate enough to pick it up through the Mothbox subscription, I highly recommend Linda Cracknell's Call of the Undertow. If not, and you are interested in literary fiction and definitely descriptive prose that will take you straight into the heart of Scotland's coastal areas and its wildlife and the background story, then this is the book for you. Cannot rate it enough. 5 stars. Fantastic book. Could almost be a book of the year for me. Thanks a lot, BookTube. Take care and happy reading.